Hi, everyone. Good morning. Welcome into your Fast Track to 7. My name is Ashlyn Hill.
And I'm Alex Larson.
Continuing our coverage, tragedy in North Carolina overnight. 4 law enforcement officers were shot and killed yesterday, all while serving a warrant to a convicted felon. And then 4 more officers were wounded.
The suspect in the standoff was also shot and killed by police. Dave Malkoff has the latest from Charlotte on how the horrific scene unfolded and the community's reaction.
Gunfire erupted in a neighborhood in Charlotte, North Carolina around 1:30 yesterday afternoon.
Shots fired at officer, possibly 1 down. Subjects, correction, 2 down. Subjects barricaded himself.
Authorities say the shootout started as members of a U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force were serving a warrant on a convicted felon they say was illegally in possession of a firearm. According to police, as the officers approached, the suspect opened fire.
We heard something over a loudspeaker, like, come out of the dogs coming, come out of the dogs coming, and then it was like a loud siren. And then you just heard gunfire left and right.
Police say 8 officers were shot. 4 have died. 1 deputy U.S. Marshal, 2 officers with the North Carolina Department of Adult Corrections, and 1 Charlotte Mecklenburg police officer.
And the most that I can ask of our community is that we honor and respect them.
Authorities say officers continued to face gunfire even after they shot and killed the suspect in the front yard. A woman and a 17-year-old were later found inside the house. Both were taken to the police station for questioning.
The bravery, the heroism, everything that goes down with that defines what our profession is, our people demonstrated that.
A procession of law enforcement vehicles drove through Charlotte last night for the fallen. The FBI is assisting with the investigation. Dave Malkoff, CBS News, Charlotte.
Afterward, the White House says President Biden called and spoke to North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper to offer condolences and even offer assistance.
In a statement, the president said the 4 fallen officers were heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice.
New this morning, Fargo Patrol Officer Zach Robinson will be receiving an award from the National Association of Police Organizations at the 31st Annual Top Cops Award. It's happening in Washington, D.C.
The purpose of the awards is to pay tribute to law enforcement officers from agencies across the country for actions above and beyond the call of duty.
The North Dakota Fraternal Order of Police submitted that nomination to NAPO for the award. Officer Robinson is the first person from North Dakota ever to receive this recognition.
He received the award for his bravery on July 14th, 2023, when law enforcement officers were ambushed while investigating a traffic crash. He's going to be honored during that award ceremony on May 12th.
And since the July 14th shooting that killed Officer Jake Wallin, the Fargo Police Department says they have made a huge commitment to the mental health of their staff.
That doesn't just mean the officers and first responders who are out in the line of duty.
They say they've recently made a point to ensure those who are behind the scenes, like dispatchers or anyone in the records department, they are also working to be mentally healthy. With those, the department say it is hard to achieve in this profession.
It's a secondary trauma. They're reading the reports, they're seeing the things that happen. They can visualize how that happened. They're not instantly involved in that situation, but they are becoming involved by reading it.
FPD says they're also looking to expand programs like this to other police departments across North Dakota and Minnesota.
6:51 here on your Fast Track. We've got another cool day ahead, not to mention the fog taking over the valley.
Yeah, let's get the latest on what to expect from meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, our view from our tower cam is one that's full of clouds here. It is gray out there with a fog that's hanging around the FM area here. And the tower is pretty high up where our camera is, and it's still even quite foggy in this view as well. So there are some places that are seeing this very picture right now, including, again, Fargo. We're at 36 degrees, and the wind is not very strong. That's helping to allow that fog to form. We're seeing wind out of the east-northeast at 5 miles per hour. And the report from the airport on the north side of town, 0 for visibility. So visibility is just that low across the metro. And of course, we can see that on our camera right now. Some is up. We should be seeing it shining here, and we're not. And in Grand Forks, not as foggy for us here. We are seeing some overcast skies in the Grand Forks area. 37 degrees right now. Calm wind. The visibility report coming in a lot better in Grand Forks. We're at 8 miles currently. But then there are other places that fog is quite dense. So here's a look at our visibility reports in the northern Valley First, Foston, Thief River Falls, Crookston at 3 miles. So is Candu. Cooperstown, one of our trouble spots as well, at 0. And then over in Jamestown, our visibility is at 1/4 mile here. And this is an area that's below freezing. So there may be some frost, some freezing fog in that area on some of our colder surfaces. 0 in Valley City. So driving down I-94 here in eastern North Dakota could be quite foggy. Fargo's at 0 as well. So radar showing some quiet weather. The satellite layer also showing, again, mainly clear skies if it weren't for that fog. There are a few areas where we're seeing some sprinkles right along the North Dakota-South Dakota line, but that's about it right now. We have better chances for some showers coming up for this afternoon as that next system moves in. So once we clear the fog, we may see some areas of sun. In fact, some of us are seeing that right now. And then once we get into the afternoon, we cloud back up. We're looking at rain, temperatures mainly into the 50s for this afternoon. Tomorrow's our day to hang on for. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be warmer, and that sun returns for just about everybody tomorrow coming up for Wednesday.
I guess it makes sense since it will be May finally.
There you go. Kicking off the month on a really nice bright note.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa.
An update now to a story we first told you about right here yesterday on the Valley Today. The Grand Forks School Board holding a special meeting last night that left an elementary school principal now without a job. The board voting 5-4 not to renew the contract of Ben Franklin Elementary Principal Joshua Mailhot.
A school board memo lists several concerns about his performance. However, his personnel file lists no complaints until a couple of months ago, and he was never put on any type of formal improvement plan.
And I'm just wondering if between December and April, there was an opportunity for an improvement plan or a letter of reprimand other than the one that was received on April 10.
If you're asking me if there was a formal improvement plan, no, there was not.
So that was Matt Bakke answering that question there, the assistant superintendent and person behind Mailhot's recent observations.
Because he's been with the district for less than 2 years, Mailhot does not get a non-renewal hearing and does not have the right to argue his case.
Well, this one is garnering a lot of attention online. A popular Moorhead ice cream shop now under fire after allegations that an employee was let go for receiving a large tip from a single customer.
The Valley Today's Tatum Miller joins us now live in studio with more. Good morning, Tatum.
Good morning, guys. And yes, Alex, Ashlyn, this drama all kicked off after this Facebook post. Seth and Lisa Swenson said their daughter was fired after a customer left a $100 tip. They went on to claim their daughter told the customer they couldn't accept the tip, but the customer put the bill in the tip jar anyway and drove away. They also posted an employee warning notice saying that their daughter needs to understand that some customers are elderly and may have dementia. And quote, no one in their right frame of mind tips $100 at a place where every menu item is under $12. Adding, as an employee, it's their responsibility to protect the reputation of the establishment. Now, we couldn't verify for sure who left the tip, but under the story on our Facebook page, a commenter wrote, I didn't know I had dementia until today. Apparently, generous tipping is a sign of being not right in my mind. Who knew? Thank you for saving me a doctor visit. I'm sure your ex-employee will be much happier elsewhere, end quote. That woman later reached out to Valley News Live saying she was not the tipper, but that the post had, quote, rubbed her the wrong way. We reached out to the original family for comment, but they declined an interview. Our team also stopped by the Moorhead Freeze yesterday, where a staff member told us whatever's in the media is wrong or incomplete. But when asked if they wanted to talk or correct anything, they declined. They did, however, post on Facebook yesterday afternoon saying in part, quote, ice cream makes people happy. Social media bullying, not so much. We did not terminate the adult at-will employee of 5 years for accepting a tip. There's more to the story. We won't go into details. It's a personal matter. Ashlyn, Alex?
All right, Tatum, thank you so much for that live update. And if you at home want to keep up with what everyone's talking about on social media, be sure to download the VNL News app. It is free in the App Store, and join in the conversation on our Facebook page.
Well, technology is constantly evolving and increasingly an integral part of our lives. While even the average person can have difficulty keeping up with all the changes, it can be especially hard for seniors.
Yeah, so now there's a new program to help older Americans learn new tech. Christian Benavides reports.
In Miami's trendy Wynwood neighborhood, a hub for art, culture, and nightlife, this graffiti building is home to the city's newest senior center.
Doing the username.
Amparo Sierra is a proud member.
I feel comfortable like a second home.
Here, AARP runs Senior Planet, a tech-themed space for older adults. Sierra, who retired in 2016, can take a range of classes, and she signed up for nearly all of them.
So that was very interesting. I loved that one.
From computer basics to downloading smartphone apps to using social media and even hailing rideshare pickups.
They're teaching you new things like how to use Uber.
There is no AARP membership required. You just have to be 50 or older to participate.
Cesar Mendez is the center's manager.
Older adults didn't grow up having technology, so we have a lot of people interested in like the basics of those classes.
AARP has Senior Planet locations in New York and Denver, with plans to expand across the country. Courses are also offered online and even over the phone.
The idea is every single person that comes through the door is willing to learn new things, challenge themselves.
Lessons helping older Americans thrive in the digital age. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
Senior Planet has 4 locations nationwide. The classes are free, and in addition to technology, they also offer fitness and financial wellness classes.
Sounds beneficial. The North Dakota Department of Transportation holding a public input meeting today to talk about proposed improvements to the interchange at I-29 and 40th Avenue North in Fargo.
The project is currently in the preliminary design stage and is tentatively expected to be under construction in 2027.
Crews will present the current design and construction staging plans. The open house is happening from 5 to 7 with a formal presentation at 5:15. It's happening at the Fargo Dome in room 201. Listen to this, the Fargo Park District announcing the grand opening date for the new sports center.
Mark your calendars for Wednesday, May 29th.
The festivities will all kick off with a ribbon cutting ceremony at 3:30. Then community members can play sports, enjoy live music, activities, snacks, and all more. It's happening until 7 p.m.
The Fargo Park Sports Center is located at 6100 38th Street South in Fargo. The event is free and open to anyone. The Sports Center will open for general public use on June 3rd.
Starting tomorrow, the Park District is moving all of their administrative business offices to the new location, and staff will begin working there by Friday.
The Sports Center will accommodate nearly any indoor sport, activity, tournament, or special event once Phase 1 and 2 are completed.
Well, the Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start. In the meantime, thank you so much for waking up and rounding out your month with us here on the Valley today.
Yeah, enjoy this foggy morning.